That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name. Witness is ignoring me. Very well, witness. Who's your owner? Please testify for us.
Hello, hello. Ah.
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, beginning cross-examination.
Hold it!
I think we've established that the parrot is named Polly. Anything to do with the owner's identity?
Hold it!
Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello, hello. Walk. It's not working, Nick. She won't say it. It's ridiculous. Why won't you say it? Tisk. Something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Hold it!
Frank, I can't believe you're speaking to the parrot.
Hold it!
My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming the number has something to do with the caretaker. And the number to a safe teller who the caretaker is. Show us your proof. What could you possibly link to the identity of the caretaker?
Take that!
And I'm sure Right, I'll get a safe number for your son's identity.
Hold it!
Yes, it does. Ah, fascinating. You claim the parrot's own identity. Show us the proof. You're bluffing a little too far. Listen, we're not here to answer who is the caretaker.
Take that!
Objection!
Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where as far as I can get to, it was suspect data. There's all information about Yanni Yogi right after he was arrested. This has financially committed suicide, see? Yes, it does say that. What was his fiance's name? Nikoli Jenkins. That's why his name is Parrot after her. I see, I guess that's possible. But a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter's dog, she calls Phoenix. Phoenix Wright, does that make him my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. 11's a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We need something other corroborating evidence. Very well, witness, you may continue.
Hold it!
I guess we've got to do this one because it's the only one she responds to. We've done this one already, didn't say anything. Yeah, so we'll try again with the safe one, because the safe one went somewhere, and we'll try the DL6.
Hold it!
We'll try to get the safe number out of that. Okay, summary page. So for the date in which the DL6 incident occurred. Date of incident, December 28th. Ah! Use the date of the DL6 incident, the number for the safe you are. That's how important the date was to him. Oh, I see. That certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set secret numbers to dates. It's not tangible proof. My ATM card number 0001 because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with the date, nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. It's a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility, however, two coincidences at the same time seem more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop immediately. Witness, tell us your name. This witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think, finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yadi Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as bailiff in this very court. Order, Yadi Yogi. So it was you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death. Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond said I was mentally unsound. He told me I would get up. It would make me look innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. But I was innocent, really. He didn't believe me. He won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived, a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who had ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance at 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance at my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I am not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. something. Von calm awares, Mr. Yogi. Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. And the defendant, Mount Edgeworth, is innocent, in this case at least. Very well. Will defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved, so you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case, so I'd like to pass judgment on the murder of Robert Hammond. Any objections? Very well, this court finds defendant Mr. Miles Edgeworth. That is all. This court's adjourned.
Objection!
Someone just say objection. Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I am not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what?
Nick, Edward is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell him it was murder and DL6 incident. He's going to tell him he killed his own dad.
Objection!
Judgment has been passed. I object to Edward's outcome. Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. Let's hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You made in the incident where your father died. From the distance of shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer. The criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6 and the statute of limitations which end today. The culprit is me. Order, order. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. Crime for which the statute of limitation runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. It's obvious. You want a trial right here, right now. We trial this man for a crime 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Course adjourned. I'm sorry, Wright. I just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your father? I didn't want to believe it myself, detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Mother is mother, no matter the circumstances. This is crazy, just crazy.
Nick, what are you doing?
Huh? Well, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready.
Your case for what?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, Val? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth. But I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not just that. It's just a dream. It's not real. Truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent, trust me. Right. Now then, I'd like to resume our trial. Judge. Miles Edgeworth has admitted by his own guilt. He has confessed to his crime. Let's begin by hearing his testimony. Then, through pointless let defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations of the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to rerun I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Very well. Will Mars Elgibus take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court.
Please, please.
That day I'd gone to the courtroom to observe for my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That is all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory of the events. Bah, the same claim as Mr. Yogi had made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor.
What was the trial your father was involved in on that day?
I don't remember things very clearly. Only two things. I know my father lost and Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case? It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details. We went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator.
So 3 people, including yourself, trapped in the elevator?
Yes, myself, my father, and Yeri Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed, no one came to help.
Hold it!
What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling at the corner. But then...
Hold it!
The pistol. I assumed it was the bailiff Yano Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up. What next?
Hold it!
Did you know that it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze.
Hold it!
The gun was fired once? Yes, I think. After I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. A gunshot and that horrible scream.
Hold it!
To this day, yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I'll ever forget that scream as long as I live.
Objection!
Are you sure you only had one gunshot?
Yes, I am sure of that. I heard the shot, they screamed. Then everything faded. I was unconscious till the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy checking out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. What page contradicts Miles' Edgeworth's testimony? Victim data, I think. Look at the victim data in this file. It says quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard the one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was accidentally firing when the pistol was thrown. So who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, I'm sure you're aware this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice, however, we do not know when the second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There's no proof the second shot had anything to do with this incident. I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. My weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. And the proof that the other shot was fired had something to do with this case. Impossible. Oh, now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after we've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, shows your proof. You have the evidence the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident.
Take that!
Oh. It's not that one this time. Look at this photograph. This photograph of the crime scene 15 years ago. You can see the victim is lying there. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. The photo proves it. So let me get this straight. The photo proves 2 shots were fired where? There should be a contradiction here. I see a bullet hole through the door. Your Honor, Wright was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there was also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know the murderer fired twice. Dare I ask which songs, Your Honor? Someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Order, Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went to Gregory's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fancies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident carefully. Look closely. Try the case summary page. Case summary, it's on that page 1. Look what's written there. Not a single clue was found in the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter, the whole truth. It's undoubtedly something that else made that bullet hole in the door. Order, I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, Ms. Montgomery says the second bullet fired was not found. It's highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So I'll have a single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claims. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick, the second bullet wasn't there. All my conjectures are for nothing. No, you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edward to declare innocent. I'm sorry. I just... When I saw the photograph, I thought 2 shots had been fired. I was certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person. Someone else fired the killing shot. But now I was wrong to think I could be that simple. This case stood unsolved 15 years. One thing on Mr. Marge Ellsworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention? Yes, I did. Accepting the guilt. Very well. Such limitations, the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Oh, God. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict in the defendant right here. Right now. Indeed. They don't have any objections. So many things I know can say. Man's gone blank. Can't find the words. Mr. Wright, I have an objection.
Objection!
Your Honor, I object. Just. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? No, God. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. Second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet existed. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime that happened. But who? The murderer. The murderer, then tell us just who is this murderer. The criminal took the second bullet, but why? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there any some pressing need for the murderer to search for the bullet? What possible reason could they have had? The reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene of the crime is... The murderer was very cautious, sort you see. That's why the murderer had to search for the bullet. If that was the case, they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Why would they have only taken one of the 2 shots fired? Mr. Wright, have you thought this through? I'm going to have to penalize you. Was there some pressing need for the murder to find? Well, yes, the murder didn't need it. The murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. The murderer had to take that bullet. For instance, maybe the bullet hit the murderer. Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have taken it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you performed surgery right there. Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer himself was shot. And they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes, I guess that would work. There's a problem with that. The other 2 people in the escalator who were rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yoga, are both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. 2 men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up a pistol and throws it. The pistol discharges a bullet. The bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer on the outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Wright. You are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping it. I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it. Deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. I just thought something sounds really crazy. Remember what Grossberg said yesterday? Must have been quite a shock for Mr. Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Unusual event for the man. It wasn't last vacation. He's taken many years of processing. Prosecuting. They could only one thing. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. You have indicated the possibility the murder came from outside. Can you give the name of your suspect? Your Honor, there is a suspect, one lone suspect. Well, that's certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright, who is your suspect? Von Karma. Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor, the one standing right over there? Ah. You don't object? I see no need. Why order this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without reason? You're clearing I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery. No, where did I go into the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. I know Von Karma perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He poor, but he'd undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't pull bullets out by yourself. Wait. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use the evidence. I know how you like it so much. So what? The evidence to prove Von Karma's shot is...
Take that!
Von Karma probably wouldn't risk surgery after leaving an evidence trail. So then where is that bullet now? I think it's unlikely Von Karma performed surgery himself. You don't mean... I do. There is one possibility the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible after all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector that I just happen to have with me. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. I refuse! You refuse? What refusing this means? You acknowledge a bullet is inside you. Order, order, order. Your Honor, the defense requests to be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for suspension of this trial. It's invasion of privacy.
Objection!
Statute of limitations runs out of this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. What does this mean? I don't know, but we'd have to give it a shot. Beep. That's a really sharp beep.
Even with my earbuds, it hurts.
Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim the bullet on my shoulder has no relation to DL6. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? No. I have no obligation to prove anything. It's Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright, well, can you prove it? Can you prove the bullet from Von Karma's shoulder was DL6? Of course you can't. You don't have any evidence. No proof you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close, one day away from freedom, but you see I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convince Edgeworth? I can link the bullet in your shoulder to the DR6 incident. Here's my final proof. That one is that bullet.
Take that!
That's a bullet. Where'd you get that? This is the bullet used in the DR6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with the bullet's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. Quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other one, Mr. Von Karma, is buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. We will do a compare of ballistic markings on that bullet and solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Noises. That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Screaming bitch. Mr. Von Karma? Well, you would dare defy me. So it was you. You and your father, I will headbutt this wall down. Your father shamed me with the penalty of my life. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you and knock this wall down with my bare hands. Death. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you make this kind of error. I would never have thought Edgeworth would have been the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you'll have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth. It was a shock like none I'd ever known. Me, penalized. It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in here without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black, the lights must have gone out. I went out to the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then there was a noise. I was in pain, horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back on, the elevator opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew it was then. It was destiny. In the last moment, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later he spoke through a medium blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open the elevator door? Judge. What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears we've come to the very long way to end the maze. It appears we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You are innocent. You are innocent. As you have said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Kammer looked even better than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed.
That was pretty close, though. I was sure we had it. We'd had it. I know.
I was on the verge of tears myself the whole time. Myself. But now it's all just a good memory.
So it is finally over, Edgeworth. Oh, so it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. If I could think more of you, I do now. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this one line to another.
I know. Why, thank you.
I see. Yes, thanks. Yes, just thanks. Yes. That is all I was after, yes. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome.
I think you could have done better than that.
Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing.
You've got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. Ooh.
Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares?
Dear Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you.
I see. I have been embarrassed in front of the one I love. Whoop. I feel foolish.
Don't worry, take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. Hey, y'all. Mother. Y'all were great in there.
Thank you.
Yo, Edgeworth, congrats.
Thank you all very much.
I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in that cookie jar if no one was there.
You were the witness on the first day trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh?
Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta?
Who, me? I just went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick.
Really? That's too bad.
Huh? Isn't that hot dog guy from the park?
Huh?
It's over, Nick. My life is over.
Oh no. Why the sad face, Larry? What's happened now?
Oh, Nick. I'm not long for this world.
You don't look sick.
It's Kianci. She's gone. She's going to live in Paris, Nick. Oh no. Paris. She's leaving me behind. Yo, Edgy, there you are.
Yes, here I am, yes.
Congrats, Edgy. Here's a little gift from me in celebration.
Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Bucks, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal.
Huh? Oh, thanks. I'm looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think he'll be fine.
Right.
Yeah? What's up?
That envelope from Larry gave me, it's got money in it.
Yeah, that's not strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes.
It's $38, Wright.
Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, it's not a lot either. $38 exactly? Nick? Wasn't that the exact amount of your lunch money that was stolen by Ed from Edgeworth in school?
$38? No. No, Larry, it was you. What are you so surprised about, Wright? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? That doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect.
What?
Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took a day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. He saw the money lying there, and the rest is history.
I never was good at history. Huh?
Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you?
I suspected.
I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against it, remember?
Yeah, too.
Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually at the bottom.
I know.
Really, right. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out.
Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, yeah?
Edgeworth.
You should have told me. Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'd say so, yes.
There you have it. There you have it. Girl. Where does that leave me? I became a defensive attorney because of what you two did.
Well, you've always been something of an insufferable emotionalist.
Yeah, you get worked up too easily, too.
Death. The death sentence for both of you.
Man, if only I'd known I'd become a prosecutor.
Yeah, the same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Want to switch, right?
Hey, yo, line up, I'll take a photo. It's photo time, let's go!
And after all that, dinner on me.
Detective Gumshoe took us out in the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Oh, fuck, okay.
Oh, I went a little over this and my head hurts. That's still 5. Maybe I should get back to sleep. What's this? A letter?
Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I could say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick.
Goodbye? What time is it? Gah, first train to the mountains already left. To the station.
They're really boxy trains.
I guess I'm too late.
Hey, Nick, Maya.
So, you're leaving?
Yes, it's hard to be a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Hold it!
Wait, what? I never could have saved Edgeworth without you. On the last day of the trial, I heard her voice as Mia voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was very end that I thought I'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Mia. Huh? I didn't do anything! Oh, All I did was wander around in a daze. So I would have evidence in the hills. Evidence? Oh god. Is it the parrot? Gonna be that fucking parrot, isn't it?
Take that!
Huh? Sorry, Nick, I guess I don't understand. Nope. One day I'll come back and be useful, I promise. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Thanks, Nick. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. Say goodbye to the nervous defense turret that once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters.
Don't think you graduated yet, have you? Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim.
Yes, you.
Objection!
Oh, that's just it. The title ones for... No, we're still got bits.
If I and Mr. Edgeworth came down to precinct to wish me Happy New Year, I was a bit surprised.
Whoop! Detective Gumshoe!
And he hung his head low and they went right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh?
So yeah, that's the end of the first game. I think we will probably... Ah, Nick? No, I haven't seen him today. Who? Me? I've been working at my cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap date. Huh. She's on Hawaii right now, yeah. Why does everyone go to Hawaii for poor Larry?
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not trying to ring my own bell, but I taught him everyone he knows. I'm sure he's grateful.
Phoenix, right? Ah, the defense attorney who I wrote that affidavit for? Yes. Oh, you should know, I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by.
It's you. Phoenix Fry? Yes, me as understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. I haven't seen him on for late. The days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. I didn't really know what the scent of fresh lemon kept coming up in that conversation, but fair enough. Toad bag. Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Did you know that? Oh god, there's lots of shit that they're talking about now. I hated her speeches.
I'm pleased to announce the Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe Mr. Ray a great deal. And I'm keeping my face in the public eye until the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know.
I got a letter from Maya the other day. Sounds like she's caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but I didn't have time, so I sent her Pink Princess trading cards. She said she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living anyway?
Right, who's that? You wanna talk? Let's talk. Pink Princess, alright. But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day. I saw her. The one inside the pig princess. Ah, what a dog. She was kind of shocked for the boy of my dead village.
Yeah, I remember Wright, that lawyer guy. Well, me, I've been training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them there's this ghost. For real? Now that's some telling I'm gonna be a famous. A brand new episode has been added. Oh fuck, I thought that was the end of the game. Oh, the end of the first section anyway. Right. I am going to very quickly jump to the bathroom and then I guess we are doing episode 5. Which I thought was the end, but it's not yet. Phoenix Wright. Yeah. Well, there's 3 games, so I'm going to try and get to the end of game 1 tonight. So I guess I'll be back in 2 minutes, and then we will carry on with that. So, back in a minute. And we're back. Alright, so I guess we're going on to episode 5. So, let's see what this one is. Chat show introduction. It's Fahrenheit. It's been 2 months since Mia left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. Or we're doing it in this voice till the day that dame showed up in my office. It's been a week after Valentine's Day. I've been sleeping it off every day with a bottle of gin and 3 bottles of whiskey.
There you are, finally. Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow.
Who are you?
Does it matter who I am? It only matters who you are. The famous defensive attorney Mia Fey. You're not Mia Fey, are you?
I'm sorry, but Mia Fey does not work here anymore. No longer works here.
So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, the defense attorney. Right. Wait. You're the Phoenix Wright? Phoenix Wright was from the Edgeworth murder case?
Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though.
That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody.
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now.
But you're Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney.
Look, I'm not accepting new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere.
Please! I'm out of time. But please, you have to come help. It's my sister.
Okay, I'll tell you about it.
Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator.
Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator?
Yes, that's right. Is something wrong?
No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy, or maybe it's just young.
Young? I'll be 16 years old this year.
Oh, I see. Wait, only 16?
I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work's becoming quite well known at any age, at my age no less.
So what exactly is your current position then?
Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job at any age no less.
Great, I have a future potential professional in training. So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow?
My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't.
So it's a murder case?
I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. I just talk to her. You have to talk to her.
Right, I suppose I will.
I promised her to bring Mia Fey, but...
That's interesting. How would she know Mia? So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then?
Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know.
So it's good to have a goal, I bet a very unusual one.
I believe investigation should be done scientifically. Don't you?
Yeah.
If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared.
Your sister?
I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method for case investigation.
I'll show you when we're done. I'm looking forward to it. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person. It was a few years ago, below her in school. So they went to the same high school. She always told me to go to Mia Fey and need a defense attorney. And well, I need one. Well, incidentally Mia as a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to step out as your sister like this. You must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, they died.
Yeah. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. Just get quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived.
God, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors.
Sorry, ma'am. It's just your sister.
No excuses. Did you not want to raise this here, hmm?
Understood, Mum. Hi, Lana.
Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing.
Look. I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney.
I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Me, I mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit.
Sorry, what exactly is it you do?
My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for the district.
You're a prosecutor? Two sisters, one a lawyer. Could this be any coincidence? Emma, Lana, I mean, they're just like... Something wrong, Mr. Wright? I never tell you going to do the wrong right joke. There's something you should know from the start. Which is... The suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect... The suspect is... Me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st at 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. It was in the witness's deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Prosecutor's office, huh? And your subordinate owns car. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed as it burned. So who was the victim? Investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach by you. Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What, Mr. Wright? What does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride and be found guilty. They would use any means at their disposal to do so. So you're the chief prosecutor? That is correct. I am responsible for overseeing every trial handled by the prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this. I cut myself by accident when I stabbed him, that is. Huh. I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. So you were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her. A few years above her? Emma told you that, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he's very little in common with Mia. I was in law school. I was in my 3rd year. She was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That is probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Lana was top of her class in school. I was the best there was in my general's outfit. Oh. I was doing pretty good in school too, by the way. Sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright. Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I'm admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case, none. But Lana! Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana, I know. So, how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright? Yes? I believe our discussion here has ended. The rest I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services in your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all. The case is over. Right, so I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes, but something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here. I've got to find out what. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. What? My sister. She's not always like that, you know. I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. So what happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she's, well, maybe not. Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. February 22nd. Prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. So this is the lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Hey everyone, keep up the good work. Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they're going to be my co-workers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes? I'm trying not to stand out so much, you see. Hey there. You expecting to go unnoticed here, partner? Partner? Oh, dear God, game.
What do we have here? Looks like a bambino got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner.
Mr. Marshall?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Looky here, Bambina, I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike?
This is our claim, our territory, with our mother load of evidence. You're fixing to mess with what's ours. You regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? What is this guy talking about? You headed home now. Happy trails, Bambina. Oh god, he even gets fucking Western music when he comes in. Was that hombre a friend of yours?
Kind of, sort of, yeah, he's a detective.
Who thinks he's a sheriff? A wallet?
I don't believe it. This is a real basic. Anything in the crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about it, please. Just put it in your pocket.
How is that scientific?
I'm called duty ready at my tender age. Okay now. Look at the court record. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now let's start examining every angle. Hey, I think maybe a clue here. You should check it out. Press enter. This is an ID card from the police department. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. Why is everything in blurred when it's just telling us what it is anyway? I guess I don't know what science has to do with it. Goodman's ID is right at the court record. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. Oh, I think I lost the... Look, a door! This must mean something! I'm not sure the doors mean anything. No, it won't open! Mysterious lock! That's what I'm mysterious about. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Phone, let's see if it works. My ears! My ears! Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. Oil drum. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. Not at all. No time to waste. What's this guy again? Like I said before, this here's our plane. You best be moseying along unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Yeah, ask him. Well, the little filly's got a good nose on her. You wanna know who rides the red Mustang with a body in her saddle, huh? No problem, partner. About time for fiddles anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor for the prospector's office. Might just find you a versa you like. What the fuck is this guy on about? In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here you like. Just keep your paws off our plane. Were you two all set? Us? Oh dear Christ. What's this? You're selling lunches here? This is a crime scene. Hello, half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes. Some crunchy goodness coming at you. Thanks. As you passes by, are you officers? Oh no, but you don't exactly look like you have type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even my days as the cough-up queen are over. Cough-up? Huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes, as you might say. Yet all the sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. What? A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough up, Queen. Tell us what happened. The name is Angel Star, of course it is. Don't you go forgetting it. Before you know, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Of course you will. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, somehow I knew yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I knew the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday's special some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones that haunt this den of inequity. Evil ones? Prosecutors. They have no qualms about at all blackening the name of the innocents. Yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday. I was almost compelled to lace their lunch with something foul. Do you have any personal grievances against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of...
Sorry.
a bit of scientific evidence for this, evil? Young miss. Mock me at your risk. You soon find out why they call me Cough-Up Queen. Ew. Most heinous of all evil ones, the one awarded yesterday, was in his car. They found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest of lunches of all. Really? Really what? I'm confused as well. I have no fucking clue what you're on about. One thing's clear, this lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. Well, she does, yes. So what exactly was it you witnessed, Miss Starr? Apart from your pornographic name. It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. Now I feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lana Skye wield that knife so. The knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It's truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties, of his word being cruelly cut, still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beats of Lana Skye's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Skye? Of course, it's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? Shelby's travel's light? Now why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Starr? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you just say something? No? Then the true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell someone who's to try the General Tso's trilobite lunch set. Ah, never mind, you win. I don't even want to appreciate part of trilobite's flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there? The glass-walled booth? I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. So to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Starr, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Did you have a bad experience with the prosecutor, Miss Starr? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Ha, perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like 10-day-old clams in the chowder. But to be a sure case of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking Cough-Up Queen. Not this card. Lunchtime vendor only accept cash, no card. Especially not a card belonging to someone else. No, this isn't a credit card, it's an ID card, belongs to a detective. And you're showing me this to me, the lunch lady. Why? That's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective. This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground looks more like an entrance. Theory of relativity. I've got to write this down. Mr. Wright, maybe you know... Was Mr. Relativity German or was he British? Are you sure that was his name? Look, a stylish glass-walled room. Very nice. You could see the whole parking lot from in there. There's security. Perhaps a cafe. Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Let's check it out later. I hate to break it to you, but that's probably just the security guard office. You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. Pity it was out of 500. Well, I guess since we can't go annoy Captain Cowboy. I did not know that. Don't have anything else to say to her. Don't have anything else to do, so I guess we're going elsewhere. Let's go to this office. This is the kind of room that just screams I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Oh, look, there's a trophy or something here. I love trophies. It takes real nerves to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk.
Phoenix, Wright. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you?
That voice. Oh, it's him. Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Ah. Mr. Edgeworth?
You know him from...
You know him from somewhere else? Oh, of course. I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once. And...
Right.
Her sister, she's probably after all.
Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you. I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk.
No, did I? No. I was just Mr. Wright here. Hey, don't blame me. We're just here to investigate a murder case.
Murder?
A body was found in this nice, nasty, bright red sports car in the parking lot.
That would be my car. What of it?
What? Your car? I'll say one thing, she certainly can scream.
The body was found in your...
So the body was found in your car.
Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? You think a man who buys a two-seater car only has one person special in his life, and has still to pluck up the courage to ask him properly. Or you went through that trouble to help me last year, no less.
No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean...
Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister then? Wait, so you're the chief prosecutor's little sister then? You cannot say that very easily. It makes a tongue trip.
Yes, sir. Emma Sky. It's nice to meet you again.
Now I remember. You've really grown. I admit it was a surprise for me too. To think my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt.
I can understand. Wait, what did you say?
Anna Sky is the chief prosecutor. The top prosecutor is the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be prosecuting at the trial tomorrow.
You, Mr. Edgeworth?
To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean?
Oh, what do you mean?
Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimonies, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are still some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident.
What? That's crazy.
Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, possible to stop.
But
some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny.
Toys? That bronze shield? There's got to be a story behind that one.
Chief Prosecutor Sky, yes. We first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case.
That's right, I remember.
Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken.
Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you.
Then why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she ruined my picnic. She stabbed him with my knife. I was saving that for the picnic I was planning to take a certain other lawyer on.
What?
Mr. Edgeworth,
Your knife was a murder weapon?
to be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. It's one for special occasions. It's in my safety box in case any things get out of hand and we need to cut off restraints.
What? Are you sure you didn't do it?
You have a strange sense of...
You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright! Huh? What? Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh.
I wish I could have on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. Then my sister would be found guilty.
Besides, any deeper, she's going to start feeling depressed.
I've noticed defense attorneys have a tendency to want to show people things. Take a look at this. You?
Yes?
You said you wanted some hot tea, right?
No, but thanks.
You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get a rich flavor like this. You pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it! That's for the secret to the aroma. Exquisite.
Oh, this guy. Oh, I've done this one already.
Must be the victim's blood, right? Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple.
Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my foot peeling theory is more likely.
Are you kidding? I was picturing as an outdoorsman. Wow, the jacket is even lacier than his usual one. Must be his lucky trial jacket.
Lucky jacket. I've never seen him wear it.
Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. I don't know why you pictured him. Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir.
Down too, Silvio.
Why was Detective Gumshoe popping up there? My, what an amazing bouquet. She's price from Mr. Edgeworth.
No kidding, he has a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. Wendy.
Giant steel samurai, I want one. Someone with an bottom of his foot. Between the rock and a hard place. Wendy.
Wendy.
I don't think so. Oh, cute. What a pretty tea set. I'll go more for instant tea bags myself. Amazing. The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place and origin and flavour. Look at this royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction. There's even a ladder. I thought Mr. Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. Oh, I thought Mr. Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. He must have someone get them for him. He's so cool. You wouldn't save yourself sweating bullets up a ladder. Hey, a chessboard! I'm not dropping my chest, but it looks like blue is a bit on a tight spot. Red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp double edges. Check out that blue pawn. His head is kind of spiky, kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth wants me a avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? There's a big K on it.
Mumbles of prosecutors.
Hmm? What's that?
It's the King of Prosecutors trophy.
King of Prosecutors?
It's a great honor. They send the shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So that K, that's...
K stands for King?
Yeah, you got the problem with that? I didn't design the thing.
King of Prosecutors, kind of like Employee of the Month, and they better. So that's the King of Prosecutors shield, huh?
Well done, Edgeworth.
You must have been proud to be the King of Prosecutors. Congratulations, King of Prosecutors!
Please, stop saying that.
Basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, huh?
You can take that foolish grin aspel, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty.
Huh? Why is that?
I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department?
Police department?
Yes.
Right next to the police station down.
Right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you?
Where Detective Glemishy works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken?
What does it matter? But more important things to worry about.
Oh, right. Thank you, Zeb. He doesn't seem too concerned with the war for better or worse.
Yesterday is a very busy day for the prosecutor's office.
Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday.
Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office.
Cleaning day?
Working with the police department to sort and file all evidence from solved cases. We call it evidence transferal.
Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words.
Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield.
That's when you got the shield.
I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12.
That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Wright was proud of himself on this, isn't Mr. Wright?
No, I place a little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. This is the parking stop from the underground lot.
The murder took place around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back.
What? What right? And if appreciate it if you could direct that suspicious glare elsewhere.
What the fuck is this? Excuse me, but Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises?
Edgeworth, what is it?
I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got to report, sir.
Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky?
Sky, sir? No, sir. Not name of that kind on this report, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, the lid is not very tight, is it?
I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated.
Sir, but sir... I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the peculiarities of your wedding stuff, sir.
Give me your name.
Yes, sir. Meekins. Officer Meekins.
Right, Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. Good luck with that raise next month.
But sir, I didn't know.
Right.
Yes, sir?
As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now.
Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright.
The victim was a detective, the same as the department as the patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there.
Thanks. Oh god, they're still working on that terrifying thing. Phew, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me, that took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and even the traffic wasn't that bad. Police department, huh? Well, they've been to the criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? What? Stepping! Why does it undulate like that? Oh wait, I know. This is the blue badger, even though it's not a badger. Trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the blue badger. What? Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the blue badger. Oh no! He noticed me. He sure is running over here fast.
Hey pal! What are you doing here?
That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there?
What? Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. I'll give you a word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case.
What? Why not?
Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed the crime. She says she summoned the detective in the prosecutor's office and she killed him.
He does look like a member of NSYNC. But what if she's not telling the truth?
Well, yes, no. Girl, come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her.
But what if the evidence was faked?
Hey, pal, can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so beefed at me?
She's a relative of the suspect. That's Lana Sky's sister.
Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister?
Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically.
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked.
Huh?
It's just, it's a sensitive issue these days.
So what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe?
Me? Well, nothing, really. You kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time?
No, Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time?
What do you mean, this time?
Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all.
It's true. Well, I've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is a chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us higher rank and file detectives in at all. None of you? None of you? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down pat.
Isn't there anything else you could be doing?
The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. The officer marshal was assigned to the underground parking lot.
Officer Marshall?
Now to think about it,
Eminent seemed to know this Marshall guy.
yeah, patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal.
Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this?
Huh? Hey, pal, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that, you're turned into police. People like you will get me into so much trouble all the time. Let me see, Bruce Goodman. Sounds familiar. No, my mistake.
But didn't you work together and see him in criminal affairs?
Whoa, now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim.
Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe?
Found an Edward scar stabbed in Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I didn't mean... sure. Yes, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. Carved the knife to seem a little more too organized than a coincidence.
Murder, Mr. Edgeworth. How could this have happened?
Hey, that's it. That's the King of the Prosecutors Award Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday.
Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, pal. Got the award for diligence myself.
Congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. Tell you what it is later. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office.
The flashes both up at the same time. So this ID card belonged to the victim?
He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's a little strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground when we found it?
Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. It was the evidence transfer for a case he handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transfer? Oh, Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but what is the chief prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot. He's in a tough spot again.
Again?
Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney Hammond.
But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent.
Listen, pal, there's always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting.
But there was no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always been unusually strong ties with the pulp and higher-ups. It's only natural that people will be suspicious. Anyway, this is the latest case of the start of the new... This latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor's position himself.
What?
I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing it all. He's doing this for all of us. And then I said, hey. And then I said, hey, you do that to your soup, you'll get caught, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried.
I guess he wasn't saluting you, he was wiping away tears from his eyes. They make a good pair. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action.
Right, well, I guess that's... usual wanted posters are hanging up the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911.
You know, Mr. Wright, I always thought it kind of funny. I never seen anyone who looked like a picture in these posters. They hardly ever look human.
What? The Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece.
You made this detective gumshoe?
The Tues threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal.
Nice work.
It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die.
Poor Blue Badger. Fate to the dance until he drops.
Not really sure why that counted as evidence, but okay. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know.
Thank you.
Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is... What's his name? The guy in the parking lot. That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by Chief of Police. Officer Marshall, is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From the West LA. For a moment there I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try and make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene, maybe. Just act like you're supposed to be there, nobody will look at you twice, pal. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. See you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Now she's back again.
Oh, still here. Oh, hello. Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too.
What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost his herd. And I'm drinking this strange hip flask on duty. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters go right in the spittoon. Letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. Maybe investigate? Gumshoe, or that old cow dog? He holding a birthday party or something? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. I think he just miswrote it. No worries, this proves Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test. Guess I better let you in then.
Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't the crime scene supposed to be handled by Detective O'Hara?
Well, folks, clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. We like the settler, strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny, serve a hoot nanny.
Note to self, police investigations are settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
I say we're reading this anymore.
Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim?
Goodman always die young, remember that, partner.
A little more specific? Bruce Goodwin was a detective, right?
Well, aren't you a faster doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. Smiling Madonna told me the tale. One stabbed in the chest, one final piece of work. Here's the autopsy report.
Was my sister involved in any way? Sorry, is my sister involved with the victim in any way?
Funny you should mention that, Bambino. Chief Prospect Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Nothing in common?
They apparently worked together on a few cases back. A case a few years back. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why I didn't do much work with the Chief Prospector.
But my sister caught the victim on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot.
So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. Can we stop these fucking references, please? I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. Calling me out, they're shooting you for all that in Texas.
Huh?
I was one of the fancy shoe detectives here 2 years ago, to tell you the truth.
Oh, really? But you're a patrolman now. How can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambino?
So why are you in charge?
No reason. We're just short on hands right now, and I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying they had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least.
He's nothing but a sad old cowdog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh?
Edgeworth?
That cowdog's been kicked out of the cattle run by order of the chief of police. Guess you don't realize it yet.
What is that? Scientific analysis would suggest it belonged to the victim. Can't think of anyone else it would belong to. Cat, can you please stop walking over me? Quite creepy. Cats, can you just not, please, guys? Can you just not, please, guys? Can you just not? Because I'm in the middle of something. This phone's still on the redial screen. Redial? Mr. Wright, most phones keep a record of all the calls you made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial. I'm sorry. I just you never know people from your generation. Whatever, let's check the phone out. Now to see the owner's phone called last. Note 7. Defense attorney doesn't think first, he pushes the button. Hey, that song, I know that. Hey, what's going on over here? Oh, sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that phone there, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is it anyway? It's on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prospector Sky. What? That's my sister's? She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look at the last call made right before the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. You're really helpful. I've got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now, one of them newfangled ring-a-tunes. Oh, that though. Sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's just kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. Wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. You're threatening a lot from Texas. Uh-oh. I would say the wrath of a Lone Star Patrolman. This is rope, isn't it? Yep. They laid it, outlined the victim's body. So wait, The victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him? You've got to be the only person to know that would come to that conclusion. Chat, can you just not please? Can you just not please? What's this? A note of some sort. 675 12 12 2. Let's see. 6 to 7 S 12 2. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. What does that mean, Mr. Wright? What does that mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self. For deductive reason, you go to Edgeworth, not Wright. Yep. Piece with the car to the car where the body was found. Lock in the trunk's busted. Prosecutor office. Body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car. It screams I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. There's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister? That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. A gold? And the prospect of tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yes, Bambina? How can you say that? You and my sister. You were... Is there something between the cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's the dry wind blowing through the prospector's office. Maybe it's my crippling alcohol addiction. Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and ranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These other prosecutors were talking about evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you found one person. But they're off limits, untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector Lana Sky. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals. So what is it? What you're saying is Edgeworth making deals to win trials. Where there's gunshots is bound to be bullets. That's what the old timers say. Big old secret hidden around here. Everyone knows it. Oh well, Mr. Wright. Guess we've got some clues. An autopsy report, note from the victim, a cell phone. So you think we'll be okay? Well, the only one still bothering me is Lana confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma. Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? A popular TV show for kids. The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. 5:18 just after the murder took place. Sister called you, didn't she, Emma? Hi, I'm so sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? Hi. She hung up right away. I see.
be continued.
How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there's still a lot of grey areas. Well, the whole thing's one big grey area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? Defense attorneys should never believe their client. Defendant is called to trial because they're suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. There is one decisive difference between you and her. And that is? You're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. I'll be alone in there, so I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Oh, joy. Wise quacking sidekick. February 23, 10 a.m.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lara Sky.
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
Prosecution. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. I hope that personal feelings will not play a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. As I attempt not to look at your beautiful brown eyes. I will choose the path I think is right regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment is to be made here in our hands, not the hands of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Ratchworth, your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot.
Wow, he's so much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything.
However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen. Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before.
And for you, I have a fiesta ball.
Will the witness state her name and profession?
And you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox?
It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please.
I'm guessing he's concerned. It took a long time to come through. Apologies for that.
It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please.
Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
This is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. Name, profession, now.
Me? My name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. Prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call to the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
Oh, well, what exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective.
What? Miss Starr was a detective?
Ah, I know who you are. Cough up. Cough up, Queen Angel Starr, Your Honor. Oh, sorry.
Cough up, Queen Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Starr.
If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot of the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for prosecutor's office. A block is for prosecutor's office personnel. And B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose it's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor's spaces, yes?
Oh, I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor's spaces, yes?
The crime took place in the car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with his knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there were witnesses. There was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who was this valiant witness?
Why, it was little old me, Your Honor.
Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright, I can't agree on principle, Your Honor.
It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr.
Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garage car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodwin's chest.
Bring a lunchbox to your boyfriend, I'll touch you. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to have nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodwin.
So, that is for you to be utterly crushed.
I am still thinking about that.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted.
Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I feel like I found my dream job when I became an investigator. If I hadn't been laid off by the prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I'm a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well, you may continue, Miss Starr.
Hold it!
This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard.
Not that boyfriend? You have several?
Oh yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? And yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
I'll stick with the lunches, thanks.
Note to self, the judge had to think before applying. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level, as you can see everything from there. That will be the room with the security sign. Instead, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finally home detective intuition. You sensed something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? I felt like, how would you say? Oh yes. I felt it was like the feeling you get when you have your pumpkin chock full of seeds.
I have no idea what that means.
Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Godwin also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
A young cheese?
Pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn.
Then I must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack.
Yeah, with the order of the old cheese to match. In any case, there was a lot. In the lot, I felt something stirring at the back of my mind. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. By garish car, you mean Mr. Edwards' car? Yes.
Mr. Edwards?
Incidentally, the knife that the victim was stabbed with was also Mr. Edwards, wasn't it? Indeed, it was.
It was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, are you sure it was a defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't get any proof, we can still nitpick. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than words. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are still honed.
A photograph? You took this?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap. I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera.
Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now?
Think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant.
Yes.
So, what was the defendant doing at the time?
The chief prosecutor's holding a knife in her right hand. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was around 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all.
Yes, that's about right.
Prosecutors are by nature well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set.
You can't just testify that ability to kill an egg, I mean a person.
Perhaps a chicken salad would have been a better metaphor.
So the defendant was holding a knife, what then?
Tell the court why you didn't try and stop this crime. You did see her raise a knife to strike, no?
The defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought the brought down the murder weapon.
I see.
It's only a fresh one, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, this star's testimony is false. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness bit, shall we? Don't smile like that. Somehow I always knew that this would come. Now we're back round again. Okay, well let's see what we've got we can pull up. And that's just the picture. Okay. So
Objection!
no, that's the right button. Damn.
Objection!
Well, I would have said that because the tip's not actually got any blood on it, but okay.
Objection!
And you witnessed this. You saw Miss Guy stab the victim with a knife. Sir, my finest summon swirl lunch.
I'm sure there's a fine lunch.
But isn't this odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Guy not holding a knife?
Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That'd be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your even feeble mind, right? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing.
This was taken the moment after the stabbing.
Objection!
And how can you tell me that? Blood splatter. Huh? The dark crimson stains in the chief's prosecutor's coat. But it's a black and white photograph. Ah, yes, it could be hard to tell, but it could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you.
Mr. Wright, are you going to sit there and take that kind of abuse?
Wait, that can contradict what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime.
Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies.
That's it.
If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering jumbo-sized lunch for the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but great advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Skye was cold calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It's premeditated murder.
Objection!
Premeditated? How do you know?
Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph.
Well, are those gloves?
Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, but like, why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Those gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder, serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
Cat, please. Away from there. The murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it.
Hold it!
Well, she just have a habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves.
Objection!
Those gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves, of course, used for the kind of autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do a murder. The only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was premeditated crime.
Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr.
Any flesh room, Mr. White, you could take it. You've said that before. Anything else? Oh, I like this done again.
Objection!
Oh, wrong one. Ah, got that one wrong. No, I did wonder if it was because he only just arrived back.
Objection!
No, it's not that either. Oh well, we'll run again and we'll try it. Yeah. Yeah. We messed that up. Let's try again.